Hey, ¿qué pasó, mi gente? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. My name is Luis Lopez, and today I'm going to walk you through this two-game slate that we have for today. We got three teams that are fighting for the playoffs: the Mystics, the Valkyries, and the Fever. One game could push these teams completely under and put the other one on the over. So a lot of motivation on three teams to win tonight. The Mystics are mathematically completely out of the playoff. But I still think the players will play all the way down to the end. You don't tell players, you're out of the playoffs, don't play hard. They are going to play hard. They're going to play their hearts out. You can see it from the Connecticut Sun. Tina Charles, who's I think 37 years old, is still playing like it was the first game of the season. So, which obviously I love. All right. So let's go into my picks from, these games. The first pick is Dearica Hamby. In this game, which has an 8.5 point spread, 168.5, game total. The spread last night was 7.5. So it's being betted upwards. And the total was 172.5. Now that has been betted down to 168.5. So they expect good dominant play by the Sparks. And with Dearica Hamby, I'm going over to points plus assists, but I'm not taking her line at 20.5. I'm taking it at 19.5. Let me walk it through some data. PricePicks has her at 20.5 points plus assist. DK has her at 20.5 points plus assist at minus 120, but ESPN Bet has it at 19.5 points plus assist at minus 175. I love taking odds like this when it comes down to prop sites. If I was doing a single bet and I had access to FanDuel or DraftKings, I will do a single bet at minus 120 over 20.5 points plus assist for Dearica Hamby, but that's not the option that I have. All I have is props. So a prop like this, I like higher odds for it to hit. So I'm taking the line at 19.5 points plus assist. She already crushed them. First game dropped 30. Second game on July the 22nd dropped 27. Third game on August 17th, she dropped 33. So she should easily go over. Plus, this should be a nice bounce back game for Dearica Hamby, who had a horrendous game against the Fever. So Dearica Hamby over 19.5 points. Next play that I have for you is actually on the opposite side. And it's Shakira Austin. And it's over her 11.5 point line. Let me walk you through the books and what they're saying. At 12.5, slightly on the over, nothing major, no major difference on the odds for this to go on the over. I ended up just making it nice and safe to get a nice higher odds of it hitting. So I went down to 11.5 points instead of going in with PricePicks at 12.5 points. Shakira Austin, when it comes to her, look, Azrae Stevens doesn't have the size or the strength to compete against Shakira Austin. Dearica Hamby is too small for her, so Shakira Austin should be able to score at will. When it comes down to her, she's played 27 minutes here. She scored 16. Second game, she faced them. She scored 17 points in 28 minutes. And in the last game, where they won by 9 points, she played 18 minutes. She still dropped 14 points on them. 63% of her shots are here underneath the basket, where they rank second to last. So Shakira Austin over 11.5 points. The next game. The Fever are taking on the Valkyries. This game has a 2-point spread, 159.5 game total. This game has been betted up in the total. It was a 157.5 last night. So they expect the game to go down to the wire, meaning this young lady, Veronica Burton, should get her full minutes. Last night in only 22 minutes, this young lady dropped 15 points and had 5 assists. That put her, I think the steam, she has 15, So 19 and a half. I think she ended up with 20. So she must have had like 16, 15 points and 5 assists. That put her at 20, right over the 19.5 points plus assist in only 22 minutes. Right now, the odds at over 20.5 is at minus 120, hence why Price Picks still has her at 20.5. What I ended up doing, again, taking better odds at 19.5. If you're on the books, the minus 122 as a single bet, that's perfectly fine. Again, I'm doing props only, so I don't mind the minus 170, 160. I mean, the payout is relatively the same for me when it comes down to the props. I don't mind getting a 4x instead of the 6x. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So I'm taking Veronica Burton again. Once again, same line, 19.5 points plus assist. She already dropped 20 last night in only 22 minutes. Tiffany Hayes is questionable. Carla Leite most likely will not be playing. Kayla Thornton is not going to be playing. Sandra Sidney will not be playing. So once again, everything is going to fall on Veronica Burton, and nobody has been able to stop her. I don't see how the fever can stop her. She most likely will be guarded by Odyssey Sims, who's not a great defender. She's more of a scorer. She's more of an assist getter. She's not a great defender. I don't think Kelsey Mitchell will be on Veronica Burton. But even if Kelsey Mitchell is on Veronica Burton, I don't see her stopping Veronica Burton whatsoever. So Veronica Burton over 19.5 points plus assist. Next player, Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard, her line was at 10.5, got bumped down to 9.5, which makes sense because at 10.5, she has gone easily on the under in the last 4 games. Her rebounds are currently at minus 144, under 6.5 rebounds. So instead of taking her points, which PricePicks has her at 10 on the under, I decided to combine both of them, points plus rebounds, and taking the under 16.5 points plus rebounds. Why? The points are at 10 are favored to go pretty even, to stay around 8 or 9 points. But her rebounds at 6.5 are heavily juiced to go on the under at minus 144. And when you add the points plus the rebounds, you get 16.5, which gives you the point line at 10, but it gives you the rebound line at 6.5. That's a nice little edge to have. Plus, when it comes down to scoring, 68% of her shots are right here underneath the basket where they rank number 1. They just shut down Shakira Austin. They just shut down Kiki Riefend. Natasha Howard is not in great form right now. They should be able to shut her down as well. So Natasha Howard, under 16.5 points plus rebounds. Next play that I have for you is Aaliyah Boston is under her 3.5 assist. 31% of her assists are right here underneath the basket with the rank number 1. But this line is no longer available. It's at minus 140 on FanDuel for her to stay under 3.5 assist. Head-to-head, 1 and 2. But I think right now the Goblin is at 2.5 to go on the over, or a Demon at 3.5, something along the line of that. So you could take the Demon. It's completely up to you. I don't tell you what to do. I wouldn't take the Demon 3.5. I took her under 3.5 assist. Odyssey Sims. The scoring is not going to come from Aaliyah Boston or Natasha Howard underneath the basket. They have an extremely difficult matchup. Kelsey Mitchell most likely will be guarded by Veronica Burton, who's a very good defender. Somebody has to score. I think that will be Odyssey Sims. And recently she has shown to be able to do that easily. 22 and 21 is against the Sparks. Softer matchups, of course. But the line is 9.5. I took her on the over. Based on recent form and based on difficult matchup, the players like Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Natasha Howard will have. So Odyssey Sim over 9.5 points. And I'm playing the trend. Also, 28% of her shots above the break. Non-restricted area, another 29%, with their rank second to last and second to last. So, pretty good matchup when it comes down to Odyssey Sims and how she scores. Another play that I forgot to point out for you was Kelsey Plum. under her 28.5 PRA. 1 out of 11 players have gone on the over. But she's been on a rot lately. She has not been hitting these lines whatsoever. I think 28.5 is just really high for her. Her season average is 29.1. And she just hasn't been even getting close to that 25, 24, and 18. And also Rickea Jackson has been taking a lot of the scoring away. And I think Dearica Hamby is going to have a really good scoring and assist assist game. Which in turn is going to, Kelsey Plum is going to suffer in assisting and in scoring. I think Dearica Hamby and Rickea Jackson are the ones that are going to have the better, game, of the three, these two ladies. So one of them will suffer. And I believe Kelsey Plum, based on her recent form, will be the one taking a step back. So, Kelsey Plum under 28.5 PRA. And this is the slip that I ended up putting in. This slip is only a quarter of a unit. It is a gamble. It's a 6 leg. I mean, the odds of this hitting are pretty low. I love my picks. Of course I do. But just keep that in mind. It's really difficult to hit a 6 leg parlay. So here they are. Dearica Hamby over 19.5 points plus assist. Kelsey Plum under 28.5 PRA. Shakira Austin over 11.5 points. Natasha Howard under 16.5 points plus rebounds. Odyssey Sims over 9.5 points. And Veronica Burton over 19.5 points plus assist. From here, I'll extract my top plays and do a 3-leg parlay. If you were to ask me which ones are they, it's probably Hamby, Burton, and I can't decide on which one out of the others. So I may just do Hamby and Veronica and then mix and match the other players. Who knows, maybe Sims or Plum on the under. Might be actually a good play now that I think about it, because Dearica Hamby is going to go over her PA. Kelsey Plum should be able to go under her PRA, especially if I expect Rickea Jackson to also have a good game. So that might be something. Who knows? I might end up putting that slip. But this is definitely a slip that I already have, and we'll talk about it in the next video. All right, my friends. Happy Sunday. God bless you and your family. Que Dios te bendiga y hasta la próxima. Chao.